Hey guys, Raptor Gamer here, and today we are going to be reviewing the Hammond Collection ceratosaurus. Just trying to get it to stand. Yep, there it goes. Gallimimus, already out of box because I got these like just over a week ago, and I saved the boxes. And Alan Grant. Once I can get him into frame. So I'm gonna start off this review with the Hammond Collection with Alan Grant because he's one of the easy ones to review probably. So of course Alan Grant, based off his appearance in Jurassic Park 3, Jurassic Park. I don't know why I was thinking of Jurassic Park 3, probably because the ceratosaurus is from that movie. And I'll get to that one a bit later. So looking at Alan Grant, just gonna take off those. So Alan's got it's a pretty good, it's pretty accurate to what you see in the movies of Alan Grant. So of course he's got the hat. He does come with a hatless head, the red scarf thing, bandana, his I don't know what you call it, his shirt, like his blue shirt, sky blue shirt, a tool belt thing, like greyish, whitish, like that kind of colour pants. Don't know what you call them. And of course his boots. And yeah, I think it's pretty similar to how Alan Grant appeared in Jurassic Park. Of course, he comes with a flare, because honestly, they can't seem to resist putting a flare with the Jurassic Park figure, except for the new Ellie Sattler figure. Instead, she comes with a leaf. Don't know which one I really prefer, like a leaf or a flare. Those are your options for Jurassic Park figures. Just using the box to store the small accessories in. So you have the standard hands, like the ones that nothing really special about, and the hat head. So of course the hat head, for some reason they chose the head with the hat to put these sunglasses on. I think it kind of ruins the general look of him. Honestly, they don't really look like the same sunglasses he uses in the movie. But I mean, they're there, and that's what my tail chose. So moving on to the next accessory. I know I just decapitated Alan to put on his alternate head, which has no sunglasses, and it looks a bit weird. Definitely a different expression to the other head. Honestly, it doesn't really affect the way the figure looks. Of course, you don't have the hat, but that's the whole point of this head, to have no hat. I prefer him with the hat. So, for hand, he also has 2 other different hands you can use. I just popped off the complete wrong hand. Oh no, I didn't. Yep, I did. So, the left hand, no matter what, it's not going to be swapped out if you want it to be the same hand, or the same way the hand should be. It's going to be the right hand. So, it comes with he also comes with a raptor claw, which of course is from the first bit of Jurassic Park, with the scene with the velociraptor skeleton, where that kid thinks it's an oversized turkey. And then, yeah, we all know what happens from there. So, the other alternate hand has a medical glove, which also comes with... Oh no, that is actually the right hand. That is the left hand that should go on. So, I was doing it right the first time. Now, I just need to put on a hand for the right one. So, this one's when they're in the creation facility thing. And Alan's looking down at the velociraptor like, what have they done here? Considering what's happened here. So, yeah, one thing I haven't talked about yet, I probably should have, is articulation. Now, a rotating neck, or a ball joint neck, swivel waist back and forth, definitely much better than the current Alan Grant's articulation. You've got the arm, the elbow, and the wrist. They don't include that on the regular one. Rotating hips and double jointed knees. Same way that they have it on all the other figures for the humans and the T-Rex, which I don't have because that thing's like $90 in Australian, but it does look cool. I just have a few T-Rex. I already have a T-Rex, and apparently there's a few issues with like the joints, so I didn't get that. But I did get something else that'll be in the next video I upload. That is within the same price. Like almost the exact same price, I believe. That is in the main line. Otherwise I would be doing it in this review if it was a Hammond figure. Just popping in the rest of the things back into the box so they are safe and secure. And also the box is basically a scaled down version of the other boxes for Hammond Collection, like the Triceratops one. And of course the T-Rex Hammond Collection logo, image of the figure, and small little description. You can read that if you want to, as well as an image from the scene and Jurassic Park. So yeah, that just about does it for Alan Grant. Moving on to the next figure. Of course, it is the same price as Alan Grant, except if it is on sale, then it is $6 cheaper, or $4 cheaper, and that is the Hammond Collection Gallimimus. I don't know why I specified Hammond Collection. This is just a big review on Hammond Collection. Same box as Alan Grant, but with gallimimus stuff. Gallimimus picture. Jurassic Park, more gallimimus. Gallimimus. T-Rex. So, they mention the gallimimus a lot on the box because it is a gallimimus. Does it say it here? It doesn't say it. On the bottom of the box. That's a bit annoying. I wanted to see more gallimimus. So I know how to spell it. Because it is a... No. It's just a bit funny. They have gallimimus everywhere. So, in terms of the actual figure, it's beautifully sculpted. Lots of detail, the striping, even a slightly different coloured brown around the eye. I think that's a cool fit. The beak, beak or mouth, it's like a combination with mouth articulation, of course, and a little tongue so it can eat the camera. And yeah, it's not grass, unfortunately. Then moving down, you have the back of the head articulation or top of the neck. You have this joint's a bit stiff. I haven't really used it much because I prefer having it upright. There is a pseudo ball joint on the bottom of the neck, and then more of that tiger striping. I think it looks really cool. Then it's got elbow or shoulder articulation, as well as elbow, no wrist articulation. Unfortunately, no painted claws, which is sad. So, yeah, a bit unfortunate. You've got the grey underbelly, painted bottom feet, similar articulation to the arms, but with one more joint. I don't know what thing that's supposed to be. More slight ankle joint, a second knee joint. I don't know. Weird. I don't study fossils. So then the same on the other side. The wire tail that also rotates. I really like the tail on this one. It's nice and easy to bend. Really cool how it does that. You can do some weird poses with it. I will say that. You can make it look like it's broke its tail. Yes. The head's a bit wide, so it can do that kind of like walking with dinosaurs velociraptor face at you. Except it's a gallimimus. So, I think something that's slightly missing on the other Hammond figures, like the upcoming Dilophosaurus, is paint almost all the way down to the tail. Like, that's a slight little hole. I don't know if I just had to do something, so I don't know what I'll do there. Probably like a... So, yeah, I had to do something. Because, yes. I personally think that this gallimimus is really cool. Currently in Australia they're like $10. So you can... I only have one, but you can make like a whole herd for the normal price currently. Like, you can get two for the price of one, essentially. Because it's half price, and that's cool. Also, it's got lots of little scale details. Really cool, I think. and yeah, it looks a bit like a fusion between both different types of variations of gallimimus, like the Jurassic World and Jurassic Park. The feet are a bit oversized, and something I find a bit funny is most gallimimus is that some of the gallimimus's Mattel releases are barely able to stand up. This guy, he finds it so easy to stand up on one foot that sometimes it's hard to get him to pose on two, because it's basically designed to just be on one foot, which is interesting choice Mattel made. Also, you can do some really cursed positions. I've seen this video go around with also the legs are extremely long, like they're longer than the main body, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they're longer than the main body. Like they're longer than the body to the tail. So, yeah, pretty big actually. Like, decently sized. Definitely really good with the detail and stuff. I do like this figure a lot. It's amazing. There, finally I got it to stand on both its feet. Wow. I can't believe. Honestly, this figure I do recommend getting. I often see just like 10 Hammond Gallimimuses just sitting on the shelf, almost never been touched, and they're freaking $10. The price of what you would pay to get one of, like, if they did a regular Dominion one, you'd be paying the same price for a hyper articulated one with lots of detail and a funny face. So yeah, I think it's really cool, really nice, awesome. And I haven't said that about a Gallimimus before, in case you're wondering. Now for the figure you're probably all here for. You know what time it is. The ceratosaurus. This is right off the bat, like, it's awesome. So of course it's going after that Jurassic Park 3 like design, covered in scale, like really detailed figure. Like, I've had like a week to look at this thing, and I keep noticing tiny little things they do. Like small little pebbles there. That little stripe. It's just got a lot of detail. So let's talk about the actual figure itself. Or talk more about the figure. So, of course, it's got that wonderful looking bright red face with this brown around its eyes, amber coloured eyes, the horn painted, the one slight little quality control error. There's a tiny little brown dot. I don't even know if my camera's picking it up. There's a small little brownish red dot. But not too distracting. Of course it's a Hammond Collection carnivore. It's got the double jointed mouth. You can do a top raw, a bottom jaw raw, a both raw, and in the middle for both just a lot of different poses already trying to, and it's now in a cool pose. Here, I'll help you, buddy. There, we can just look at him like that now. He is... Oh, I know what he's looking at. On gallimimus. Yeah, it's really... So, then at the back of the head, you've got the iconic brown stripes going all the way to the tip of the tail. That hasn't happened, I don't believe, on any of the ceratosaurus except the first Ceratosaurus Mattel ever released. And that figure, well, let's just say it isn't pretty. The horn's misshapen on that one. But this one, it's basically, it's like the best figure I own. Okay, that's my other ceratosaurus roaring at me. So you have the double neck articulation, which was missing on the Triceratops. You have the shoulder articulation. A little bit of articulation there. Hip articulation, knee articulation, double ankle articulation, wire tail with rotating, and really nice detail all throughout the figure, as I was saying earlier. Painted toenails, painted fingernails. They've only ever done that on one Rex, or two Rexes. I think you know which one of the ones that they've done it on. The Hammond Rex. Also, it has small little flecks of brown. I find that interesting. It looks nice. Like it's been running through... it just fell over. So, you've got the teeth are nicely painted. Like it's just slightly off-white. They included the noses, the nostrils. Of course they did. Why wouldn't they? You've got the small little bumps on the iridge, which real Ceratosaurus had, and it was way more obvious than they had on the Jurassic Park 3 one. Yeah, I think this figure is amazing. Like, just the detail on it is sheerly awesome. The paint, the articulation, everything. Now, I have a different Ceratosaurus. You've probably seen it in some of my videos. And that is the Raw Strikers, or the Roaring, whatever you want to call it. Roar Attack? No, that's this here. Something with raw something. So, the Hammond Ceratosaurus, it's longer, it's better articulation, it's a bigger figure, it's got more articulation. This one is based off some random one, probably like maybe even the grey one from Camp Cretaceous. I don't know, but this one is clearly based off the Jurassic Park 3 one. This one, it only has one tail joint which rotates. It's better than some of the other ones. This one, it's got that same joint style, but it's a wire tail. This one, the legs are just solid except that one joint. The Hammond ceratosaurus, well, its legs are just covered in articulation. This one's eyes are slightly off. The Hammond Collection one's eyes are perfect. The horns are a weird colour on this one. The Hammond, so almost entirely just a toy gone. A massive upgrade in terms of the figure. Now there is one bit of the figure I want to get down, and that is Triceratops. These two are currently these two are the same price. Of course, they're the same line. The Ceratosaurus, it's longer, and this Triceratops is a bit more bulky, but it's an island herbivore. What would you expect? The Triceratops is a bit more low to the ground, whereas the Ceratosaurus, it's up high, and it's a bit more like muscular, designed for running. The Triceratops, well, it's a Triceratops. Not exactly great for running. And also, the Triceratops, the wire tail is barely obvious. This part is most of the tail. And the tail's rather short on the Triceratops, and the mouth does not move. It is completely stationary on the Triceratops, whereas the Ceratosaurus, its mouth is double jointed, and of course it's just wow. The Triceratops does not have paint on the tail, so that's another thing that's like slightly even upgraded, you could call it, on the Ceratosaurus. The Ceratosaurus, it's honestly just amazing, awesome figure. I really do recommend buying it. Currently, it's the same price as this Ceratosaurus, which is still in the shops, even though it's from last year. Just absolutely awesome. It's a bit hard to find, but it's a Hammond figure, and it's a theropod, and it looks cool. But of course, these are collector's items. They're not designed for young kids. So if you're wanting one for younger kids, the other roaring Ceratosaurus would be a better choice, because it's not a fragile collector's item that would easily break if you shoved it in a toy box, which is what probably would happen if you gave it to a young kid. But I haven't even talked about the box yet. I've just been going on for the past 9 minutes about how awesome this figure is. Of course, a standard box, Hammond Collection logo. Awesome image of the Ceratosaurus. The red, I believe, goes a bit further back than it does on the actual figure, but that doesn't really matter. Of course, the image of the Ceratosaurus, I think it's cool in the movie, but but you don't really get a good look at it. You mainly just get the head for like 5 seconds, and it's never been seen again in the movies. Of course, it has been in Camp Cretaceous, but I think it definitely needs to appear again in a movie because it's a good design and you barely see it at all. And on the other side of the box, sorry, it just popped open, you have an image of it. I don't really know if you can actually do that pose. Oh yeah, you can. Sorta. Not greatly, not the same, but very similar. Just trying to get it into the pose. Yeah. So, just trying to get it into the right pose. Also, yeah, it looks really awesome. Definitely recommend it. I mean, why wouldn't you? If you're like a collector and you want a dinosaur that's got a unique colouring and looks cool with posability, I would definitely recommend this. If you're making stop motions, just about anything that doesn't involve roughly playing with it, this ceratosaurus would be great for. So anyway, that's gonna be all for this review today. It's next to the ceratosaurus in a not very amazing pose. Ceratosaurus, you do see it with Alan Grant at one point. Just trying to get it into a similar pose to what it was in the movie. Yeah. Of course, this ceratosaurus, like, when it's on a sale, it's $25. When it's not, it's 30, 35 Australian. In American, it's like 20. But honestly, why would you not get, honestly, any of these? They're all just such amazing figures and hyper articulated, awesome collector's items. They're just wow. I mean, why would you not get one of these? Like, honestly, why? And just trying to get them all to stand up. Come on, gallimimus, you were standing well before. Please don't. So, yeah, my Hammond collection is shaping out nicely. This is all Wave 2 except the T-Rex, which I don't think I'm really gonna get because it's like $90 and people have had a few issues with it, so I think I'll just not get that one. But honestly, these figures are probably the best I own. Like, honestly, they're just awesome. Currently, Ceratosaurus isn't my favourite. It's just awesome. Close second would be Triceratops. Look at that one. Yeah. I mean, honestly, for like $20-$30, depending on which one you want to get, these are just definitely worth the money. Really recommend. So anyway, that's going to be all for today's review. Hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, do all those kind of things, and I will see you in the next one.